Okay, so let me repeat whatever I spoke just now for the recording's sake, so that the students who are watching this recording will be able to capture. The first point I made is, what you need is not success, you need failure. Now, whether you want to achieve success or failure, you need to dream first, right? आपको ड्रीम करनी जरूरी है. Okay, चलो ड्रीम कर लिया. But वो ड्रीम कैसा होना चाहिए? How it should be? It should be a realistic dream. Next. Okay, if we have to convert this dream into reality, then what do we need? Tell me. Anybody? Don't hesitate. If you want to convert your dream into reality, what do you need? अगर आपने मेरी स्कॉलरशिप मीटिंग अटेंड की है तो आपको पता होगा, मैं ये बोलता हूँ उसमें. A plan? Okay, give you a best shot. Okay. देखो, प्लान सबके पास होती है. ओके, लेट मी टेल यू दिस. मुझे ये क्लास कंडक्ट करना था तो मेरे दिमाग में भी प्लान था, राइट? स्ट्रैटेजी हर किसी के पास होती है. स्मार्ट वर्क हर कोई करता है, हार्ड वर्क हर कोई कर सकता है. एनीबडी कैन डू ऑल दिस. Yes, that's the word which I was looking for. Manisha has written consistency. Consistency. See, I'll give you my example. I'm sitting here for 16 years. This is the 16th year I'm sitting, 16 and a half years, right? Started as a kid, ab baal pak gaye. Consistency. You take one stupid idea also, one stupid PhD topic also, one stupid unrealistic dream also, if you work on it 10 years, kahin na kahin to pahunch jaoge. Okay. What matters is consistency. So this word, everybody, please type in the chat box. Consistency. Consistency. Now, how do you become consistent? Everybody in the chat box, please type consistency, 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 right? Consistency. What distinguishes you from others? Let's talk about that now. So, what distinguishes you from others is your consistency. सपना हर कोई देख सकता है. Everybody can dream. हम सब सपना देखते हैं. But what if we are not able to convert into reality? The reason is consistency. Now, consistency कहाँ से आएगी, boss? How would we get consistency? How do we get consistency? Consistency will come from habit. Okay, देखो अभी हम रिवर्स इंजीनियर करने वाले हैं. प्लीज, if you are making a note, please make notes. If you're not making a note, maybe you are watching a recording, whatever. So consistency comes from habit, right? देखो अभी हम रिवर्स इंजीनियर करने वाले हैं. We're going to reverse engineer whatever I wrote. Okay, so please pay attention to the black arrows and then the red arrows will come in. Okay, so consistency comes from habit. Now, suppose habit is a car. एक car है, we have a car. The name of the car is habit, right? So, okay, if the car name is habit, मेरे पास कोई चाबी नहीं है. I have a चाबी here. So you need to switch on the car, correct? You need a, what do you want? What do you need? A key. You need to switch on the habit, correct? What is the key to the habit? What is the key to the habit? The key to the habit is motivation. देखो, किसी भी चीज की शुरुआत मोटिवेशन से होती है. देखो, मैंने पहले रिवर्स करके समझाया है, अब हम सीधा जाएंगे. ओके, फर्स्ट आई टोल्ड यू रिवर्स इंजीनियर, नाउ आई गो स्ट्रेट एक्चुअली. सो द इग्निशन button of your habit is what? What is that? Motivation. Yes, Sai Pranit, correct. Now the red arrow comes. So first thing today we're going to do is become motivated. Next, we will develop habits. That habit will lead to consistency. And once you have the consistency, only then your dream becomes reality. Simple equation. Was it difficult to understand? It was not. Now, many students and many teachers, not students, teachers, I have seen, they will say, motivation is chemical locha in your brain. It's just dopamine, right? No. If you are not able to convert motivation into habit, then it is just dopamine. But if you are able to transition your motivation into habit, then what it is? Then it leads to consistency, which leads to conversion of your dream to reality. Okay? Do you relate to this? See, I don't want you to just understand today. I want you to resonate with me. You know, resonance. What is resonance? Do you remember? Resonance. Benzene में होती है resonance. You must have heard of it, right? Resonance. याद है आपको? किसी को याद है? You all have to resonate, right? So that is why we have the benzene ring as, because all of them are possessing partial double bond character, right? Same thing. Resonate करना है. आप सबको समझना नहीं है. You have to resonate. I'm not here to, motivate you. I'm here to resonate with you. Okay, vibrations. Okay, yeah, you can call it a vibration. Yeah. अगर हमारी vibe, if our vibe is the same, then we will be able to do things better. चलिए. So now we know the motivation leads to habit formation. Habit formation leads to consistency. Consistency leads to dream conversion to reality. Okay. चलिए. Now we will come to our session today. Welcome to Drona batch, and today we are going to talk about motivation. Please confirm if you are able to see my PowerPoint. Everybody can see that? आप देख सकते हैं मेरी PowerPoint को? Please confirm. Yes? Okay, wonderful. So पहली चीज, the first thing which I would like to highlight here is where you are going. Okay? You have to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, then probably you are getting to nowhere, right? Now, the greatest motivation is what? The destination itself. आपने ये line कहीं नहीं सुनी होगी, because this is my line, okay? Greatest motivation is the destination itself, right? For example, somebody said DRDO scientist, somebody said cancer research, somebody said something. अरे वही तो motivation है कि मुझे वहां पहुंचना है. I want to get there, right? So now let me show you the destination. Now, if anybody here, does anybody think that CSIR net is your destination? Anybody? Do you think CSIR net is your motivation? Do you think so? Yes or no? बताइए. Please tell me. Do you think CSIR net is your motivation? Let's see. This should be your motivation. The career ladder. Remember, you can become a chief scientist or a chief scientific officer, or maybe an entrepreneur or a director or a managing director or a CEO or a Nobel Prize winner or the biggest researcher in this world of that particular domain. That should be your goal. CSIR will merely help you transition from an intern or a junior research assistant to an associate scientist. बस इतना ही jump कराता है. It just helps you jump. Okay? But your destination should be here, chief scientist. Like the biggest scientist of that organization itself, right? So then your motivation will be, your destination will be your motivation. Do you resonate with me? I don't want you to understand. I want you to resonate with me. Do you resonate with me right now? Whatever I'm saying. Yes, exactly. So now let's come back to the PowerPoint. So if I say that you guys have to motivate yourself, remember why you got started and where you want to go. कहाँ जाना है? The first day of my bachelor's, I asked the same question. First class attend किया, पीछे मुड़ के पूछा, क्या होगा इस डिग्री का? And somebody said, कुछ भी नहीं, right? That is the day I decided that मुझे इस डिग्री से बड़ा करना है. Right? The same thing I'm telling you. Whatever degree you have achieved, whatever qualification you have achieved, you have to do something bigger, better. Now, at the DNA level, you all are unique. So why should we become a copycat and just be a CSIR net? Our research, our hard work in the lab should transition into the greatest findings of this universe. That can be you. Now, that should be your motivation. Okay? Now, today there are two ways to feed you. What are those? Love. Chalo, मैं खाना बनाता हूँ. I'll feed you. Yeah, I'll ask you. I'll teach you how to cook. Now tell me which one is a better option. Tell me. Who would like to tell me today? Which is a better option according to you? Do you think if I cook and feed you, is it better? The second option, of course, the second option, I teach you to cook. So I'm not just going to teach you motivation, that's useless. If I teach you motivation, then I become a Baba, which I don't intend to. I just want to be Sheikh Harsman. So I want to teach you how to cook, right? Interesting, okay. So we're going to have 7 sessions, 7 Drona sessions. Now, because of my, I'll not say erratic, but I'll not say busy also, but planned schedules, which are dedicated towards various departments of Biotecnika, I will not be able to take continuous classes for all this, but definitely once per week, I will be meeting you. Okay. For the next 7 weeks, most probably I'm going to meet you, or maybe they will schedule 2 classes a week or whatever. We'll go by that. Okay. So today is the first session, which is motivation. Next will be productivity. The third will be time management. The fourth will be active recall. The fifth will be habit management. The sixth will be failure management. And the seventh will be memory management. I'm going to train you all this. And now this is not at all related to CSIR. This is not at all related to any of the competitive exams. This is the core of every competitive exams. How many of you agree? This is the core, the crux. Like Earth has got a core, right? Metallic core. This is the core, guys. You surround the concepts around this. Then only your dream becomes reality. But consistency, kahan se aayegi? Unless you have all this, right? Time management, productivity, motivation, active recall. So these are basic things. And I'm not training you for CSIR. I'm training you to become the biggest, the largest, the best, the most successful researcher in this universe, right? And I'm hell determined to make that happen. Okay. So one promise I want to take from all of you is, if in case you miss a class, please watch the recording. And some students may be missing this class. Please watch the recording completely so that you understand what's the aim. Once the chief aim is achieved or chief aim is decided, it's very simple to be motivated or whatever we want to do today or tomorrow. Okay. Without wasting much time, what motivation does? It enables you. It's a mental muscle. It enables you to do whatever you want in life. Very simple. Okay. It's a muscle. But what if I tell you that if it is a muscle, then it can be developed? Correct? Like, okay, biceps. So if I have the hand, I can definitely develop the biceps anyway. The same way, if I have the mind, I can develop the mental muscles to stay motivated forever. Right? I'll tell you my story. So I make a lot of motivational video, and after that, I forget it. And after like 7 days later, they will make, edit that video, whatever, and then they'll put it on YouTube. I will myself watch it and I'll be like, wow, I will feel motivated, right? The same way. So what basically happened? I can motivate myself the same way you can motivate yourself, right? But in this bhag daud ki zindagi, when we are trying to just learn, right? हम सब commercial बन जाते हैं. We don't take care of our mental state, and that is where demotivation creeps in, and it does not allow us to move forward. Okay, more dreams have been shattered not just by failure, but by self-doubt. By this demotivation, more dreams get shattered. So mind and motivation is a mental muscle. It can be developed. Okay. So please take notes, because these things will help you in your future, not just in CSIR, forever. Whatever I teach, it will be forever. Now, we all have this fire within us, but like I said, ignition key, chabi, right? So today you're going to ignite that fire within you, right? And for that, I want each person to write in the chat box, I want to stay myself motivated forever. I want to keep myself motivated forever. Please type in the chat box. I want to keep myself motivated forever. Can you do that? See, these are all very psychological things. These are self-affirmations, but this helps. We all have this fire. We have the choice to ignite. Now, if it is a self-doubt, now this fire, if it is the fire of self-doubt and demotivation, it will burn us. Instead, if it is motivation, it will show us the path towards success, right? And like I said in the beginning, failure is an achievement. And if you achieve that, you're one step closer to success. Like I said, you don't need success. You need failure. Now, today, I'll not just motivate you. I will train you how to stay motivated without any external stimuli. You don't need me. after this class. Okay, that's the goal. So why you need this session more than ever is because around you, you see fake news, fake reviews, and fake channels of information, right? I'm sure most of you will agree. Now, let me give you an example. Before you decided to join Biotecnika, I am sure most of you inquired at various coaching institutes or saw many app-based companies. But you must have seen teachers selling coupon codes, right? Do you think teachers should sell coupon codes? Their job is to teach. At Biotecnika, what do you see? You will go to our YouTube channel or wherever, you will see teachers teaching, training, helping, right? That's the job of a teacher. So basically, what's happening around you? It's all fake news, fake reviews, fake channels of information, full fake. So, and they're just somehow trying to trigger your brain's dopamine in the negative or positive way. Somebody will say the dark news, somebody will say hope, whatever they're selling, but eventually they're not helping you stay motivated. They're creating more self-doubt. That's how they sell. But at Biotecnika, what do? We focus on keeping you positive, giving you better results by talking to you, right? So that's why you need more motivation more than ever in this era. See, in my era, there was no internet, okay? When I was in my graduation, then internet came to India. So हमारे time में नहीं होता था. So we were lucky that okay, there was no distraction. We were in the offline world. जहाँ तो electricity भी नहीं होती थी हमारे ज़माने में. Right? Today you are blessed to have internet also. Right? So what is motivation? It's the ignition engine. Right? It's the ignition engine to your habit formation. Right? So everybody in the chat box, type. Motivation is the ignition engine to habit formation. Motivation is the ignition engine to habit formation, right? Okay. Now, let's study our mind. So motivation is a ignition engine to our habit formation. Now, let's study our mind first. Now, our mind is supposed to be a survival tool. So basically, मान लो मैं यहाँ काम कर रहा हूँ, छत गिर गया, तो it will tell me, the mind will tell me, hey, get out, this roof fell down, right? Survival tool. But actually, the tension ki ye chhat gir sakta hai, this roof can fall anytime, that tension will start tormenting me now. Got it? Now, whether this roof will fall or not, that I don't know. But this doubt, what if it falls? What if this light falls on me? What if this fan falls on me? Got it? This is how your mind, which is supposed to be a survival tool, becomes your greatest torturer. Okay, which should be actually a torch bearer becomes your torturer, right? Now, suppose you are studying, you could not solve questions, it will start torturing you. Okay, you're not able to solve questions, these simple questions, silly fellow, you'll never qualify exam. Now that tension, that will not allow you to move forward. Okay, so know about this mind game. Now today the world is suffering from an unseen disease, okay, and the disease name is fearanza and worritis. Fear and worry. This is the sole reason of demotivation. Okay, do you follow? The sole reason. Yeah, I can see a lot of people typing that motivation is the ignition engine to our habit formation. Wonderful, right? Okay. Now, fearanza and worritis, chinta. I'm scared. I'm feeling afraid. Fearanza, worritis, chinta ho rahi hai. Kya karenge? Now, this is why most of us quit. What is the end result of fearanza and worritis? Quit. You'll quit your preparation. And what is the biggest enemy of your consistency? Quitting. Right? So what is stopping your dream from converting to reality is actually fearanza and worritis. So the moment you feel that fear, you are not able to solve question, what you should do? Should you be fearful or should you create an action plan to solve that problem? Tell me. Of course, you should create an action plan, right? So fearanza and worritis, don't worry. Right? Worrying has not got anybody a Nobel Prize. Let's talk about that. Do you think Jennifer Doudna got Nobel Prize because she was worried? No, she was never. Right? Action plan is the need of the hour. Right? So now, everybody type in the chat box. Action plan is the cure to fear and worry. Action plan is the cure to fear and worry. Everybody, please type. Why I'm saying so? Because when you type it, it imbibes in your brain. When it imbibes in your brain, you get better. Action plan is the cure to fear and worry. Wonderful, very fast. Farnaz and Shruti, very fast. Wow. That means you're following. Action plan is the cure to fear and worry. So whenever you feel fearful, "Arey, nahi ho raha hai mere se, nahi hoga shayad, I'll never be able to do it," you have to create an action plan. Simple. Okay. Now, what that action plan could be? So that depends on you or depends on your mentor. Like you can sit with us, discuss, chalo hum kaise kar sakte hain, right? So chalo, fear, anza and varieties. Now, another thing before I get to the next slide, we will be sharing the WhatsApp number of all the teachers, okay, of the Drona batch. So you'll be in direct touch with them. So that's a new thing which has happened. I am sure you are aware of it. Right now, it's not shared. In the next 7 days or 10 days, you should get it. Okay. All right. So how to get rid of this disease? Follow the tips shared in this session, okay, which will help you create an action plan. Now, today I'm going to give you 21 steps, and I have how much time? I have 32 minutes, and I have to give you 21 steps. Should not be very difficult. So first is definite chief aim, right? Definite chief aim. So iske bare mein I'll tell you. So last week there was a workshop at Biotecnika. I'm sure if you're a part of the Drona batch, you already have got workshop access. Tomorrow there is a workshop. Please don't miss if you are enrolled in that. So last week there was a workshop, and the speaker name was Urmila. So Dr. Urmila Sherawat is her name. So her email ID had the word AIMS, AIIMS. So I was just talking to her. I asked, why your email ID has AIMS? She said that when I was in my bachelor's, I wanted to get to AIMS. So I made my email ID as, I should have the word AIMS. So each time I'm sharing it with somebody, I'll see it. So I'll remember my goal, right? It's like, wow, interesting, right? So what she did, like you see, I renamed myself to Shekhar Success Coach, not Shekhar Suman. Today, I'm not Shekhar Suman. I'm today Shekhar Success Coach, because each time I'm looking there, I'll remember I have to help you succeed, right? So the same way, definite chief aim should be there. What's your definite chief aim? It is not PhD. It is not scientist. If it is some company, dream company you want to work for, or maybe it is Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, whatever is your, dream organization where you want to get to now, write that. Okay. So everybody, like somebody wrote DRDO is my dream, right? Yes. That is a definite chief aim. So like now, I want everybody to write your definite chief aim. Which particular organization or what particular exact thing which you want to become, right? Max Planck Institute, wonderful. So Sai Pranit says that. Bark, wow, Lakshmi Anand, wonderful. ISC Bangalore, yes, that's the trick. Now, this is definite, right? Okay, I want to get into ISC only, nothing else. Kuch bhi ho jaye. So definite chief aim. Now, we will not waste much time here. I hope you understood. Did you get that? Oh, IIT M, yes, Akash, wonderful. So this is your definite chief aim. मतलब इसको बार बार देखना है, तो कहीं लिखना होगा. Please print it out. Big letters, print whatever you are writing right now. IACR, okay. Print it big, bold letters, stick in front of you. Every day see it. Maybe the institute photo, stick it. Make it your wallpaper, make it everything. Okay. So definite chief aim, right? Okay, next क्या है हमारे सामने? You are the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. You are the CEO of your life. So hire good habits and fire bad habits. Now, what does this mean? I'm the CEO of Biotecnika. So I can hire someone, I can remove someone, right? Who is not working. The same way, you are the CEO of your life. So fire bad habits, grab good habits. Habit management we'll have in the next session, but for now, you're the CEO of your life, right? So if you can type, please type, I am the CEO of my life. Please type in the chat box. I am the CEO of my life, right? Now, one of the biggest feedbacks which I always get from my students in all my classes is they found it highly valuable, and not because I taught any subject, just because I opened their eyes. Because once the eyes are opened, you can read everything, correct? So, writing this, that I am the CEO of my life, opens your eyes. Oh my God, I am in control. I'm in total control of whatever I want to do, right? I want to study, I can study. I want to leave studying, I can do that. I can decide what has to happen with my life. Okay. So who is the CEO of your life? Akash, you're the CEO, right? I like that. You're writing this in capitals. Wonderful, right? Okay, Dhanashree, we met last, I think, 2 days back, and you're in the class. Wow, welcome. So you can see that you're the master of your fate. You decided that you wanted to join Biotecnika, even though there are the biggest ed tech companies in this world. Still, you decided no, I'll go with the specialist Biotecnika because they could not distract you. Correct? Why? Because you are the CEO of your soul. You're the captain of your soul. You're the master of your destiny. Nobody can take away your destiny from you. You are going to grab success from the mouth of failure because you are the CEO of your life. Now, step two. Step one was, what was step one? Definite chief aim. Okay, I have to get to IIC, DRDO, whatever. Step two, burning desire, AG. Right? Now, there was a military commander, and he had only 2,000 soldiers. He was going to attack an island. Now, that island had 20,000 people who used to live. So he thought 2,000 soldiers should be enough because not everybody in that particular island will come to fight, right? So he landed there. But after that, he realized there is a massive, 5,000 big army of that island ready to fight. Now he was like, I am 2,000, these guys are 5,000, I'll die. Right? So what he did is, he burned his ships. उसने अपने ships को जला दिया. And he burned the bridges. Now his soldiers cannot go back. Correct? If he cannot go back, the only way is either to win or die. Right? That is what they say, do or die, right? Of course, nobody should die. But what I'm telling you is cut all sources of retreat. Right? So I'll tell you, I had a bad habit. So the bad habit was I was more, always on WhatsApp. So what I did is exactly where I used to have the WhatsApp icon, I created a similar icon, but it was just a notepad kind of a thing. So each time I tapped, it will open and it will say, you are stronger than what you think you are. I was like, yeah, I'm stronger than what I think I am. I'll not open WhatsApp. So that way I stopped that. So I cut my WhatsApp usage. How? Because I burned the ship. Now the WhatsApp was not there at that location. The same way, whatever is distracting you, burn it. There should be no other reason. If IIC means IIC, there is nothing else. If it is aims, if it should be aims, nothing else. So have that burning desire. Okay. But now the question to go back is not there. Okay. Now, very important thing which I always tell my students here is, okay, some people say Biotecnika fees is very high. The reason because we take less students, okay, that's a separate story. But when you have invested so much money in Biotecnika, bunking one class will pinch you. Hey, I've spent so much money, I must attend the class, right? You burned that bridge. Now there's no source of retreat. You have to study. This is very important when you commit. Now, everybody, please type in the chat box. I'm in a committed relationship with whatever is your definite chief aim. So if it is aims, write aims. If it is DRDO, write DRDO. I am in a committed relationship with DRDO. I am in a committed relationship with IASC. Okay. Now, you're committed. Right? Commitment में पीछे नहीं हट सकते, right? एक बार जो commitment कर दी, उसके बाद मैं खुद की नहीं सुनता, right? So everybody, type down. Whatever is I'm in a committed relationship with IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras, right? IIT, whatever. You see that. Now you feel that burning desire. Now there is no way to go back. You have committed to Biotecnika, you have paid the fees, you have to qualify. See, my aim is not to make sure that I teach thousands of students and make everybody qualify. I can't do that. But I can take 16 or 20 students, I can take them to the top. How do I do that? Because when I focus on one plant and grow it to a tree, it is easier, right? Same thing with you. Focus on one thing, DRDO. I'm in a committed relationship with DRDO. Same thing with ISCR. I'm in a committed relationship with ISER. Okay, that's how it is done. Do you feel that fire right now? I feel that. I can see that fire inside you. With the chats which I'm getting here, I can see that fire in you. Step 2 mein itna energy aa gaya. Can you see that? Okay, now wish hai aapke paas that you want to get into IIC. Obsess over it. You have to be obsessed. Now, what is obsession? Anything which happens in that particular organization, सारा न्यूज तुमको मिलना चाहिए. DRDO में कौन सा रिसर्च हो रहा है? You should know it. DRDO में क्या हो रहा है? इससे क्या होगा? You will not get distracted. You will get motivated. अरे ये research में I want to go. So by the time you finish your CSIR net, you will be like, okay, I know all the projects also. Right? That's how it is. Wish, obsess, plan, persist. WOPP. Wish, obsess, plan, persist. Now, once you have wished and obsessed and planned and persisted, you need to measure your persistence. So measure it, manage it, master it. These are formulas. These are just formulas. If you can take a screenshot, please take it. Okay. Make sure that you are maybe sticking it somewhere. These are the golden words which will help you land there, my dear friend. Wherever you are committed to, wherever you want to get to, you will get there. Okay. Now, I'm just going to ask you an honest question. Okay. You have attended yesterday's session, and today we have just done 38 minutes of the class. In the 38 minutes of the class, do you feel, whatever you feel, please type down. Do you think that the investment which you made in Biotecnika, is it value for money? Right? The money which you paid, are you getting the value in the last 38 minutes? Yes or no? Right? You can see that. When, yes. Now, you can see that the value is very important here. If that value is justified, right? So it's more than, so see, I met most of you in the scholarship meetings, and many of you directly took admission also. And now I am directly talking to you here. In last 38 minutes, you can see all these formulas are not talked on YouTube. Nobody does that. They just, okay, come guys, we'll teach you this. They're teaching you concept. No, they're doing marketing. They're just trying to attract you, lure you into their trap. But the real thing begins here. Your wish, IIT, whatever, ISCR, okay, obsess. Whatever news happens in this particular organization, I will make sure that I know it. Plan how to get there, right? And the plan is, of course, CSIR net. Persist, study every day. If your class is 3 hours, self-study should be 4 hours, 5 hours. 1.5 more than the class. Suppose the class is for 3 hours, it should be 4.5 hours, right? Spend more time, because now you're obsessed with your dream organization. Spend more time with your studies, because now you know the only way to get there is this. Obsess, 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 and then plan, persist. Now, then, okay, Monday to Saturday you studied. Now, Sunday, what do? Measure it. Kitna aaya? How much I studied? Okay, the topic. So suppose there are 100 topics I need to cover. I covered 4. And do I remember? Okay. Yes, I do. Okay. Move forward. So this is what, measure it, manage it, master it. Simple. Okay. Now, I think I am running late and I'm going slow, right? But I love going slow, because you see, the best taste of food comes when you eat slow. Do you agree? The best taste of food comes when you eat slow. The best enjoyment of the class comes when the teacher teaches slowly, but you are enjoying the class. Correct? The same way. Chew slowly. Yes, of course. Yeah. Every failure brings with it the seed of equivalent success. So if in case last time you wrote the exam, my dear friend, and you missed it, remember, it brought another seed of equivalent success. If that failure would not have happened, you would not be sitting in this class today. And this class will add more value to you than the CSIR net qualification. Because this class is about your entire life, not just CSIR net qualification. हर coaching institute में आपको CSIR net qualification के बारे में पढ़ा रहे हैं, right? But वो गोल नहीं है, वो तो एक eyewash है. I'll ask you. See, there is no CSIR net in Europe. There's no CSIR net in US, but people are doing better research there. So that's a separate story. But the reason you are here in front of me is because God wanted you to face this class so that you are aware of what's the reality. The reality is CSIR net is just a stepping stone, not even a milestone. बस उस पर खड़ा होगे 2 सेकंड के लिए सब लोग ताली बजाएंगे लिंक्डइन पे, वाह वाह वाह, वेरी नाइस. Next day nobody cares. You are on your own. You have to do your PhD. Right? हम होंगे. We will be there, but this is how it works. Now change the way you look at failure. Failure is an achievement. There is no such thing as failure. It's just a learning experience. Okay. Now quickly let's move on to the next step 3. Never accept defeat. So I'll tell you my story. We fail every day. And we have so many failed products at Biotecnika. Okay. Many students come to me say, sir, mind map, why don't you print it? I'll tell you the failure story. We failed in it massively. The mind map is very nice, but if I print it, it's so big that we can't fit in one page. It needs to be like, big A, whatever, A2, A3, whatever you call it. Itna bada page print karna padega for one mind map. We said we can't do it. We said, okay, let it be online. So what happened? We failed, but we didn't accept the defeat. We said, okay, we'll keep its online version. People will enjoy, right? So that's how. Losing a battle does not mean you lost the war. You lost one CSIR and it doesn't mean that you'll never qualify. It's just a phase. Okay. Learn the art of transmuting your strongest emotions into creativity and constructivity. Now, what is emotion? Emotion is negative or positive. Now, from where emotion comes? Brain, right? Okay. It comes from brain. Now what? Chalo. If it comes from brain, then what happens? Brain has got two horses, the black horse and the white horse. Okay. Now the black horse brings negative emotions. The white horse brings positive emotions. Now, how do these horses get triggered? By the environment in which you are in. For example, right now, whatever I'm speaking, all the white horses are being triggered. But when somebody negative or maybe some news you will hear, you'll be like, "Arey, chodo, padhai, ab kuch nahi ho sakta, dunia khatam hone wali hai." So people talk like that, right? The strongest emotions ko convert karo creativity and constructivity. That's how it works. Okay. All right. I'm still at step 3 and we have finished 44 minutes. Okay. Next, step 4. Practice positive self-talk. Now, what you did throughout my class till now? What you did throughout my class till now? Practice positive self-talk. You wrote, I'm the CEO of my life. You wrote, I want to get into that. That is affirmation, right? Affirmation is very important. Many times what I do, okay, this sounds very silly and very stupid, but I'm going to show you. I just hug myself. I just hug myself and say, you're the best person I've ever met. I'm so proud of you. Why do I do that? The affirmation gives me calm, smoothness, and happiness. Now, why? Why do we need that? Because at times, nobody will come from out of the box and say, hey, I want to give you a hug and say, you're a great person. No, okay. I can hug myself and say, oh, wow, I'm a good person. Right? I'm such a great person. Positive self-talk. Why? Because if the black horse gets triggered, you will not be able to, get to the positive side of your goal. You will always think about the negative side of your goal. Okay. So here is a formula which I want you not to, probably write, but please take a screenshot if possible. Okay. Please confirm if you're able to take screenshots. Please take it. Okay. Every day, please write this, that I, suppose your name is Shekhar. So I, Shekhar Suman, demand myself persistent, continuous action towards attainment of my goal for getting a scientist position in IICR or IIC, whatever. And here and now promise to render such action every day. So probably you can just, take a screenshot later and print it out in a paper, paste it somewhere, read it every day. Tell to yourself. Okay. Now this affirmation has 4 keywords. Demand, persistent, continuous action, goal. Right? So these 4 words are self-affirmation. This will motivate you. Concentrate on your dominant thought every day for 30 minutes. Every day, okay, I want to go to IIC. My life will be so great there. These kind of things, okay? Now, write down your definite chief aim. Be truthful to yourself and your goals. But something which I want to tell you, see, we can be dishonest to everybody, but can we be dishonest to ourselves? We can't be, right? So let's be honest. Ask yourself, am I putting enough effort to get to IIC? Am I putting enough effort to get to IICR? If the answer is no, for a continuous 3-4 days, that means we need to improve and increase the number of things we're doing. For example, I asked the same question to our team. Are we doing enough to educate our students? Some people said no. We said, okay, let's double the number of YouTube videos. Let everybody learn. Right? Let everybody know that in this world of fake news and fake reviews and fake apps, we stand tall with our knowledge. And you see, magic happened. Right? So that's what happens. Write down your definite chief aim and be truthful to yourself and your goals. You can't be dishonest to yourself. Step 5, influence your subconscious mind. How do you influence your subconscious mind? Right? Now, do you ever get a bad dream or a bad mood? You get up with a bad mood, like you saw a bad dream and you are in a bad mood. Why that happens? Your brain shows you only that dream which you want to see. For example, you go to YouTube. YouTube shows you only that video which you are most likely to see, right? So your brain is like YouTube, okay? And thoughts are like scrolling, right? So it shows you bad dream if you thought bad things whole day. But how can you influence your subconscious mind, right? Suppose there's a tough question you're trying to solve. So probably just before you go to bed, try to solve that question. Or probably the thought that you want to go to IIC, keep thinking about that and go to sleep. You will see better dreams. Now, why those dreams are important? Because those dreams trigger good vibes, good happy vibes in you. When you wake up happy, you achieve great things. I wake up every day at 4 o'clock. I go to sleep around 9:30, and I wake up every day very happy. Sometimes I wake up at 3, yeah, not just 4. I will wake up at 3 o'clock also. So I wake up very happy. The reason, because one day prior, I helped someone, and probably I saw that in my dream that I helped Dhanalakshmi, I helped Sayani, I helped Bhavana, I helped Akash. So, that will be in my brain. So influence your subconscious mind. Next day, you'll feel motivated enough to do better things. Okay. So that's how it works. Step 6. Okay, 48 minutes and we are still at step 6. Knowledge will not attract success. Okay, remember, knowledge will not attract success. So all those intelligent professors who taught you till date and said कि पढ़ने से आप successful हो जाओगे is all false. Unless knowledge is organized, intelligently directed towards through practical plans of action to attain your definite chief aim. So you have the knowledge of TCA cycle, but if it is not organized in a certain way, you will not be able to recall it on the right time, and it will not be intelligently directed. You will never be able to solve a part C question. How many of you resonate with me? Is this the right word or not? Knowledge will not attract success unless it is organized, intelligently directed through practical plans to attain success, or plans of action to attain your definite chief aim, right? How many of you resonate with me? Yes? Yeah, see, today you didn't understand anything. You resonated throughout the class, right? That's a beautiful thing. When you resonate with me, it's not understanding. It's just like, ये तो मैं कितने दिन से सोच रहा था, ये सही बात है. This is how it is. Throughout your life, people will say knowledge is everything. Knowledge is not everything. You have to organize it, right? Google पे knowledge है, right? CSIR से related पूरा knowledge आपके YouTube पे है. But it's of no use. It's just marketing gimmick. So what's happening? Unless it is organized the way Biotecnika teachers will deliver, unless it is organized, it is of no use, right? Okay, that's step number 6. So what should be there? Effort plus strategy plus technology. Now remember this. अपने दुश्मन को कभी छोटा मत समझना. ये मेरे पापा डेली बोलते हैं मुझे. My father daily tells me this. So your competitor who is also preparing for CSIR net, उसको छोटा मत समझिए. Right? He's not at all less in talent with you. But then how do you beat this talented person? Effort, of course, hard work, strategy, which will give you, and technology. Right. For example, one technology is that you are listening and then you can always watch the recording. Okay, that's one. Another is, okay, you made notes while listening. Okay. Third could be mind maps. Fourth could be the concept notes or the study tools which we have, right? Those are your technology, right? आपकी technology ये नहीं है कि you have a laptop. आपकी technology ये है कि you have concept tables. आपकी technology ये नहीं है कि you have Biotecnika. Your technology is that you have concept notes. But these are the small things which is very important. Okay. Next, step 7. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Anybody here in the room thinks that मुझे सब आता है is the biggest fool. किसी को सब कुछ नहीं आता है. Nobody knows everything. In fact, I don't claim to be the best motivational speaker. I'm probably the worstest ever motivational speaker. There are much better people, right? I have to learn the same way. Stay hungry, stay foolish, accept that you do not know everything and be open to learning, because maybe your classmate understood the same concept in a different way. We can always vibe with them. We can always resonate with them. We can always try to understand from them. So that's step number 7. Step number 8, keep your eyes on the big prize. Now, what is the big prize? Big prize is step number 1. What is the step number 1? your definite chief aim. And what is that? IIC, IICR, DRDO, whatever you wrote. So now when you just said, okay, sir, mera to aim hai DRDO, but now after that you forgot, you never bothered, you never opened their website, you never wrote that you want to get into DRDO, you didn't make your wallpaper as DRDO, stuff like that. Now what happens? You forget. After 6 months or 8 months, the black horse will come out and say, hey, it's not working out. Let's, crush that dream of DRDO. That's how it works. Middle class student remains middle class because they don't execute their dream. Okay. That's something which you should know. You have to execute your dream. So you have to keep your eyes on the prize. Always look at the larger picture. Whenever you meet disappointment while learning, रिमेंबर चलो ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं समझ में आया, दिव्या मैम से पूछते हैं, ओके व्हाट्सएप में रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हैं, कोई बात नहीं, आई विल वेट टिल नेक्स्ट डे. सो दिस कैन हैपन, बट it doesn't mean that you will never understand that concept. You have to keep your eyes on the big prize. You have to get there. Someday I'll definitely understand. I have to keep trying. So when you know that you're going to become a chief scientist, not understanding Michaelis-Menten equation is not a roadblock. It's just a stepping stone. Step number 9, learn to sweat in peace. Okay. Now, learn to sweat in peace. What does it mean? Tell me. If I am, going for the exam, right? If I'm going for the exam and there I am surprised by the toughness of question, I'm like, I will look stupid there, right? अरे इतना tough question आता है क्या? I'll tell you, there's a book in the market, बहुत चलता है, Flipkart, Amazon पे बहुत सेल है उसका, करोड़ों में वो कंपनी कमाती है, but that book is stupid. Okay, I know you have guessed the name. Now the toughness level of that questions in that book is not at all, as at par with CSIR questions. But many students, buy that, study from that, and then they'll come to tell me, sir, this XYZ Academy's book is insufficient. I will say, please go and see the question paper of CSIR and you'll know what I'm talking. So what really happened? They didn't sweat in peace. They're just relaxing, some easy book they bought and they're trying to, learn from it. It's not going to help. Solve the toughest most question which exists on internet or in Biotecnika. Okay, AIMNet is there, ToughNet is there, all these questions is there, previous year question papers are there. Those are the real big deal, right? And I have seen a trend in CSIR. Okay, they sometimes repeat the question, but the toughness remains the same. It's not that toughness is changing. Right. So you have to really, double down on your previous year question papers and decision making for the negative marking. That's something you guys will have to practice. Okay. Step 10, simplify your life. Now this we will be talking in another, topic, which is habit management. But for now, I'll tell you in brief. Step number 10, for example, I wake up, then I brush, I'll go to washroom, then come back, I'll, take breakfast, take bath, do puja, and then I'll sit for the studies. So there are 7 steps. Why 7 steps? 3 steps. If you wait till the 7th step, the energy and the motivation will go away. अब जब तक आप पढ़ने बैठोगे खत्म. I'll tell you, because of this class today, I tweaked my entire schedule. So what I did is I woke up at 3:30, so 4 o'clock onwards I'm working. So generally I work from 4 o'clock till 9:30, and then I go to sleep, something like that. So today what I did is I took a break at 4:30 in the evening, and I came 7 o'clock for the class. I realized that I'm feeling much refreshed today. And that's why you can see I'm in a very good mood today to teach you, right? That I'm going slow with the class, right? So what happened? I simplified my life. I cut short that 3 hours, but today I'm much better, right? So only a productive mind can be peaceful and motivated, right? So productivity is something which we'll be learning in the next class, okay? All right. So add motivation to your life. These are some steps which I always tell my students. Watch every video which I'll be posting. Now, this can be on LinkedIn, this can be on YouTube. I promise to you and to myself that I will never ever post a negative video. Okay, which discourages my student. I will never do that. So if you can watch my videos, please do that. You have a Brahma Muhurta series for somebody who's waking up at 4 o'clock, and you have something as late night also, which is coming on YouTube. You can always do that. My videos are rarely marketing videos. They're just, in fact, they're not at all marketing videos. They're educational, motivational, and inspirational videos. Now, please read positive self-help books. In my next session, I'll teach and show you which ones you should study. In your free time, surround and talk to only positive people. If you find someone who is torturing, who is negative, please avoid. Focus on your blessings. Now, what's your blessing? Biotecnika is your blessing, right? Your teachers are your blessing. Your previous education, your previous teachers of your degree is a blessing. So your parents are a blessing. So, focus on your blessings instead of focusing on, this thing is not working, that, bathroom shower is not working, the electricity is not there, the internet is slow. Don't focus there. Focus on your blessings and be thankful for what you don't have. Right? So everybody, tell me one blessing which you have right now. So this is a self-affirmation which we'll do. Okay. I'm almost done with my class. I think another 11 steps I should go for the next class. Okay. Don't worry. I'll cover everything. So tell me, everybody in the chat box, please tell me, what is the one biggest blessing you think you have in your life? One of the biggest blessing you have right now in your life. Everybody, please tell me. Mother. Okay. Wow. That's great. Parents. Of course. Yeah. Parents, of course. Biggest blessing we have is our parents, because parenting is the toughest task in this world. It is tougher than running a company. I'm telling you this fact. Running a company is easier than raising a child. They say that it takes two people to give birth to a child, but it takes a village to grow a child, raise a child, right? So parents, yes, for the amenities which they provided, the access to knowledge, the fees they paid, everything, my dear friend, they did, right? Sab kuch kiya, of course. Health, sound, contented, satisfied. Guru, yes, of course. Family, right? So there are blessings. Now, please tell me in chat box one thing which you don't have and you are thankful for that. Okay, something which you are thankful you don't have. Okay, girlfriend, Abhishek. Okay, that's good. Okay, not having a girlfriend, that's you should be thankful for that. Yeah, you should be. In fact, tell me one thing which you don't have and you're thankful for. See, you have to think, but you should be. Okay, you're not employed. Okay, that's you should be thankful for, because if you're not if you're employed, you have to probably study and work. That's too much of stress. Yeah, probably, of course, right? Okay, tell me, guys, quickly. See, I'm getting very less answers. For blessings you saw, but please be thankful for what you don't have. Anybody else would like to participate here? I got only 2 answers. That's bad. Okay, probably others are thinking. So now we will end this class here.